Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome again, grade 9 students, and I hope you will enjoy our lesson for today. Our lesson is 9A Grammar and Pronunciation. Students book page 97, workbook page 92. Let's get started. First, let's have a look at our learning objectives for today. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to 1. Use to or enough correctly in meaningful situations. 2. Recognize correctly the pronunciation of GH in different words. Now let's start our lesson with to and enough. Look at this picture and let's try to answer these questions. Where is the boy? Where is this boy? Good, he is in a car agency. Now, do you think he can drive a car? Can this boy drive a car? Good, no he can't. Now the question is why? Why can't the boy drive a car? Great, because he is still young. So we can say he is too young to drive a car. Here we use to followed by the adjective young, then to and a verb. So he is too young to drive a car, which means he isn't old enough to drive a car. He isn't old enough to drive a car. He is still too young. Now look at this picture and let's answer these questions. Question number 1. Can the man lift the weights? Look at the picture. Can he lift the weights? Good. No, he can't. Now the question is why? Why can't he lift the weights? Very good, because he isn't strong. He is weak. So we can say he is too weak to lift the weights. Too weak to lift the weights. And in other words, we can say he isn't strong enough to lift the weights. Now let's have more examples using enough. Look at this picture. Can he drive a car? Good, yes he can. Why can he drive a car? Great, because he is old. So we can say he is old enough to drive a car. Here we use old, an adjective, followed by enough. So enough comes after the adjective. Again, let's have more examples using enough. Look at the picture. Can he play basketball? What do you think? Can he play basketball? Great, yes he can. Why? Why do you think he can play basketball? Very good, because he is tall. He is very tall. So we can say that he is tall enough to play basketball. Tall, an adjective, followed by enough. So, as we said before, enough comes after the adjective. Here, it has a positive meaning. He is tall enough to play basketball. Now, could you please open your student's book, page 99. 3 grammar. To and enough. Read the examples and complete the rules. So first, let's read these examples. Number 1, those shoes are too expensive for me to buy. 2, I don't want to spend all my money too quickly. 3, I'm not rich enough to buy a house by the beach. 4, my brother is always broke because he doesn't spend his money wisely enough. 5, I've got enough money for the jacket, but I don't think I need another jacket. Number 6, we paid too much money for this house. I don't think it's worth it. 7, we've got too many bills to pay this month. And 8, I've got enough money to buy the ticket. Now, after having read the examples, it's time to complete the rules. We are going to complete the rules with regard to the meaning and the use of to and enough. These are the examples which we have just read. Now let's complete the rule. Which of these two or enough, has a negative meaning and it means more than what is necessary or wanted? Excellent. It's too. For example, those shoes are too expensive for me to buy. This one has a negative meaning because I can't buy those shoes. Now, which of these two has a positive meaning and it means as much as you need? Excellent. It's enough. For example, in this example, I am not rich enough to buy the house by the beach. Rich enough means that he is rich and he can do whatever he needs. He can buy whatever he needs. But in this example, it's in the negative form. So he is not rich enough to buy the house by the beach. He can't buy it because he is not rich enough. If he is rich enough, he can buy it. Now let's move on to the use of to and enough. Which one is used before adjective or adverb? Which one precedes adjective or adverb? What do you think? Excellent. It's too. Look at this example. Too expensive. So we put too before adjective or adverb. Now what about this one? Which one follows the adjective or adverb? Excellent. It's enough. Look at this example. I'm not rich enough. Rich is an adjective, so enough comes after the adjective rich. Now, what about this one? What can be used with uncountable nouns? What do you think? Wonderful. We can use either enough or too much. Look at this example. I've got enough money. So we use enough with the word money. And money, as you know, is an uncountable noun. Now, what about this one? Which ones are used with plural countable nouns? Excellent. We can use too many and enough. In this example, we use too many bells. We used it with plural countable noun. So we can use enough for both countable and uncountable. But we use too much with uncountable and we use too many with plural countable nouns. Now for more information about the use of too and enough, you can go to Students Book, page 123 and read these pieces of information. Now let's practice using too and enough in meaningful situations. Answer these questions using too and enough. Look at this picture. What's this? Good, it's an elephant. Why can't elephants jump? What do you think? Try to use too first. Why can't they jump? Wonderful. They are too heavy to jump. So here we use too followed by an adjective heavy to give a negative meaning. Now can you answer the same question using enough? What do you think? Wonderful. Because they aren't light enough to jump. They aren't light enough to jump. If they were light, they would jump. So here we use too and enough. Too followed by an adjective, but here we use the adjective light, then we use enough. Now look at this picture. This is a painter. He is painting the ceiling. He is using a ladder. Now, why can't the painter touch the ceiling? Why can't he touch the ceiling? Excellent. Because he is too short to touch the ceiling. We use too followed by the adjective short to give a negative meaning. He is too short to touch the ceiling. Now what about enough? Can you answer this question using enough? Excellent. He isn't tall enough to touch the ceiling. He isn't tall enough. So here we use enough preceded by the adjective tall. Well done, students. Now could you please open your students book, page 99. Exercise B. Rewrite the sentences using the words in brackets. Here we have 4 sentences. What you are going to do now is to pause the video, read the sentences, and try to rewrite them using the given words. Go ahead. Okay, let's do the first one. I am too young to get a driving license. So the speaker is too young. Maybe he is 10, 12 years old. We are going to rewrite this sentence using enough. What do you think the correct answer is? Excellent. It's I am not old enough to get a driving license, because here it has a negative meaning. If we want to use enough, we should use the opposite of this adjective. Young becomes old. And as he is too young, it becomes I am not old in the negative form. Now, number 2, Tina has got more clothes than she needs in her wardrobe. This sentence also carries a negative meaning. More clothes than she needs. We are going to use too. What do you think the correct answer is? Excellent. It is Tina has got too many clothes in her wardrobe. So here we use too many, followed by the word clothes. Now what about number 3? I can't use the payphone because I've got less change than I need. Here we want to use enough. Of course, this sentence has a negative meaning, so this one should be in the negative form. What do you think the answer is? Excellent. It's I can't use the payphone because I haven't got enough change. I haven't got enough change. We use enough followed by the noun change. Now the last one. For some people, online banking isn't easy enough to use. It is not easy enough to use. We are going to use too. What do you think the correct answer is? Very good. For some people, online banking is too difficult to use. Too difficult means it is not easy enough. Well done, students. Now could you please open your workbook, page 92. Exercise B, complete with too or enough and words in brackets. Here we have 6 situations. You are going to complete the spaces using either too or enough, using the words in the brackets. Pause the video and do the task, please. Go ahead. Now, could you please check your answers? Again, workbook, page 92. Complete the sentences with enough, too much, or too many. So now you are going to pause the video and complete the sentences. Go ahead. Now, could you please check your answers? Let's go to Students' Book, page 99 for pronunciation. Listen and repeat. What do you notice about the GH sound in each word? Here we have 3 words, in each of which we have GH. So now you are going to listen and try to notice the pronunciation of GH in each word. Listen, please. Listen and repeat.
4. Pronunciation. A. Listen and repeat. What do you notice about the GH sound in each word?
Flight. Enough. Spaghetti.
Okay, now what have you noticed about the pronunciation of GH in each word? What do you think? Excellent. The GH in flight is silent, so we pronounce the word without pronouncing the GH, flight. It has a F sound in enough. In enough, we pronounce the GH as F, so we say enough. And we pronounce the GH as egg in spaghetti. So we notice that the GH has different pronunciation. We can pronounce it as F, we can pronounce it as egg, and sometimes we don't pronounce it. Now let's do this exercise together. B. Read the words below, these words. Circle the word in each group that contains a GH sound that is different from the rest. Then listen and check your answers. So now you are going to read the 3 words in each line. You are going to circle the word in which the GH is pronounced differently from the other 2 words. Do it now, please. Now, could you please listen and check your answers?
B. Read the words below. Circle the word in each group that contains a GH sound that is different from the rest. Then listen and check your answers.
1. Through. Laugh. Height. 2. Cough. Straight. Daughter. 3. Way. Neighbor. Ghana.
Okay, now let's answer them together. Number 1, what do you think the correct answer is? Excellent, it's laugh. So the GH here is pronounced as F, whereas in these 2 words we don't pronounce the GH, through and height. Number 2, the correct answer is very good. It's cough. Here we pronounce it as F, whereas in these 2 words we don't pronounce the GH, straight and daughter. And in number 3, the correct answer is well done. It's Ghana. We pronounce the GH as egg, whereas in these words we don't pronounce the GH, way and neighbor. Well done, students. Now, could you please write some examples using different sounds of GH? Go ahead. Okay, now let's have a look at this suggested answer. Silent, GH, through, height, straight, daughter, way, and neighbor. F, we can say laugh, cough, rough, and tough. And egg, we can say Ghana, ghost, and Afghanistan. Well done, students. And here we come to the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching. See you later.